Hey guys, happy Monday. So today's lesson is all about how to determine what kind of claim you're going to make in your thesis paper, and then also the reasons why you're making that particular claim. All right, so your first instruction on this task card is going to be to watch this instructional video and then write your prompt or research question above the table here. So for today, I'm going to model with the question, should public schools require students to wear uniforms? So I'm writing my prompt here at the top, and then what I have to do is sort of draft a for/yes claim, or an against claim, or no claim, and then maybe a maybe claim as well. All right, so it says instruction number 3, write possible claims in the spaces provided. Claim 3 is optional. All right, so with this prompt, we've been working all year, guys, on using language from the question to answer the question, right? So when the question asks, should public schools require students to wear uniforms, your basic claim without the reasons could just simply be public schools should require students to wear uniforms. Now notice this is basically the yes answer to this question, right? It says should require them, and it uses all the same words in the question, and that's totally fine. Now we have to write the no claim. That would be something more like public schools should not require students to wear uniforms. And then the maybe claim would be something like, honestly, I don't think it works for this prompt. So I would probably just, because this is optional, just say not applicable. I'm not doing this, and like darken this out. You don't even have to do that. Okay? But if you really, really wanted to make that argument somewhere in the middle, you could, for this prompt, maybe say something like public schools should require students to wear uniforms except on Fridays, or something like that would be kind of a middle ground type of answer. You are allowed to do that for this thesis paper. But I think for this prompt, it would be really hard to research. So we're just not even going to do that for this prompt, okay? All right. So next you have to come up with your reasons why. Yes, they should be wearing uniforms, and no, they shouldn't. All right. And even if you already know you want to say no, you still have to come up with reasons on the yes side and the no side today. Okay, guys? All right. So because we've completed the third instruction, we're going to go on to the fourth one. It says visit ProQuest.com or newsela.com, search for articles on your topic, read about it, and list at least 3 reasons under the for claim. That's claim 1. And at least 3 reasons under the against claim. That's claim 2. So I'm going to show you how to do this right now because you guys have never used this website, ProQuest.com. So you click on this link, and then your username is Ledgered with a capital L, and your password is the same thing, Ledgered with a capital L. And then you hit submit. All right, and then you hit ProQuest. You could try this other one as well if you would like, but I think we're going to use ProQuest for today, for now. And then it says enter search terms. This is where you're going to enter basically your topic name. So I think it's really important that we say uniforms first, right? But then I think it is important that we put public schools in our search as well. Now, if you wanted, it's nice, it's giving you some other ideas here. If you wanted to get no reasons, you could do no uniforms in public schools and so forth. All right, but let's just do uniforms in public schools first. And then you get all these articles, which are definitely from credible sources. That's why we're using this website, is we know that everything is going to be a credible source. We don't even have to really check whether it's credible or not on our own. All right, so let's do this Washington Post article. Now I want to show you guys, it gives you actually a picture of the article from the actual newspaper. I want to show you that you can use this icon to zoom in, because some of these are going to be so small that they're really hard to read unless you zoom in. All right, so let's just start from the beginning of the article, and remember what we're looking for as we read are some reasons why people would say yes, public schools should make students wear uniforms. All right, it says Baltimore, August 31st. In an experiment soon to be repeated elsewhere in the region, including the district, pupils at a public elementary school here began wearing uniforms to class today, a grassroots project aimed at cutting costs for moderate income parents and curbing social pressure among clothes-conscious children. Okay, so here we have two reasons why this policy is being changed to yes, students have to wear uniforms. It cuts costs for parents, and it curbs social pressure among children. So I know that some of the language in there is kind of hard, but I'm going to boil this down for you guys. So it sounds like one reason why, yes, people believe public schools should require uniforms is because it saves parents money. And another reason would be students don't feel pressured to have the quote-unquote coolest clothes. Now, notice your fourth instruction here. You do need to come up with at least 3 reasons, so I would have to keep going and looking for more. Sorry, your fifth instruction is to copy and paste any useful links that you come across. So because I know that, I'm going to copy this web address up here. It says search.proquest.com. That's what I mean by link, okay? I'm going to copy that and paste it here where it says useful links, so that later when I have to do a works cited page and go back to my sources and so forth, I can just click on it and it will pop right up for me. I won't have to go find it again. All right. Let's keep reading the article and see if we can find a few more reasons, because I want you guys to feel like I kind of modeled this for you, okay? So about 360 pupils from pre-kindergarten toddlers to strapping 5th graders showed up for opening day at South Baltimore's Cherry Hill Elementary School, most dressed in the new uniform, navy blue jumpers and blouses for the girls, blue slacks, dress shirts, and ties for the boys. The first of at least 4 schools in the area to attempt the idea, including Burrville Elementary School in far northeast Washington. The Baltimore school is emulating the uniform code long in effect among Roman Catholic parochial schools or private schools and some private schools, but traditionally shunned by public schools, with their broader-based enrollments and legal constraints in limiting personal freedoms. Okay, I know again that some of the words in here are hard, but it says here that they legally, in public schools, right, felt that they couldn't limit personal freedoms to dress how you wanted, right? So that might be one reason why no, people say public school uniforms should not be required. So I'm going to write here, one of the reasons why they shouldn't be required in public schools is that uniforms, I'll say, limit students' personal freedoms and we could explain that more in our body paragraphs. So hopefully you guys are starting to get the sense of what you have to do here, right? You have to list all of the reasons why yes or no, and you need to come up with at least 3. You can do 4 or 5 or 6 if you want, all right? Then if you do think you really want to argue a maybe, you could also do the maybe reasons. Now, we've copied and pasted the link that we use. You guys may end up having to use more than one link than like I just did here because you have to come up with more reasons than I just did, right? The very last step before you submit this on Tuesday, April 7th, is to highlight the claim and reasons that you plan to really use and write about in your paper. You can't say yes and no in your paper, right? You're going to say one or the other. This is just to help you understand why people say what they say. And maybe you will change your mind during this process too, right? So because I already have more yes reasons, I think I'm going to argue yes. Okay? Because it seems like I'm going to find in this article a bunch of reasons why yes, the dress code is uniformly appealing. All right. I wanted to just show you really quickly one more example, and that is with video games, okay? For a maybe one. So for a maybe claim, you might say something like, some video games are good for kids, not all of them. And I found a reason that was essentially that some games teach children reading and writing skills. Others teach children about historical periods, like World War II. Now, notice that I just kind of came up with this on my own without doing research. That might be the case. You might be able to do that, right? But I want you to make sure to try to use these websites, right? To make sure that you are kind of doing a little bit of research as well so that you know that you can find information to back this reason up. Okay? And that is your task for today, and tomorrow. So please reach out if you have any questions, and good luck, and thanks for listening.